Blog Talk Radio.
Yo, what's good? It's Big Corleone, the This Might Hurt podcast. Coming to you another episode of the This Might Hurt podcast, man. So, for those of you who don't know, you know what I'm saying, this is our second episode on this website. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring in my co-host right quick. Yo, what's good, man?
Yo, what's up, man?
How you feeling?
After watching the Jets get the ass whooped again yesterday, I wish I had my Tito's, yo.
Oh, you don't have no Tito's today, man?
Nah, I changed the plans. I gotta be up early tomorrow morning.
Oh man, no fucking Tito's tonight, bro. That's crazy. I thought for sure you'd have some Tito's with you right now.
Man, I wish.
So what's been up, man? How this weekend treat you, bro?
Yo, I mean, like I said, man, like watching the second string team beat the shit out of a first string team is not enjoyable. But yo, the weekend was alright, man. Like yo, the weekend is alright, man. You know what I mean? Trying to move around through this pandemic and shit, trying to get back on my feet.
Right.
You know, the usual shit.
Word. That's cool, man. I mean, as far as over here is concerned, you know how it is. Dealing with it day by day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, trying to maintain, trying to stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay away from all the nonsense and shit. I mean, regardless of what you say or what you do, nonsense is always gonna follow. So, you know, I'm just trying to maintain, man. You know. So real quick, I wanted to ask you, man. You were telling me earlier that Drake is on some bullshit again. Like, what's up?
Nah, I mean, I just think he's corny.
Oh, all right. You were just talking about in general.
Yeah, man. Like, I just think like the dude is just straight whack. You know what I mean? Look, can't deny that he don't make, some records and shit that's good. But
he's got a couple. He's got a couple of tracks that are all right.
Yeah, man. But I just don't. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what? Listening to dude, it's like it's Celine Dion can rap.
Okay.
You get Drake. You know what I mean? If Adele could spit bars, you get Drake.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what, man? Like, he's not even my favorite female rapper.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man. I mean, look. I mean, he's got a couple okay tracks. I never really got on the Drake bandwagon. You know what I mean? I mean, he has He's been on a couple of good tracks too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the one track that he did with he did a lot of them with Rick Ross, but and he didn't even I think it was called Diced Pineapple. He didn't even have a verse in it. He just did a hook on that track.
First off,
and that was okay. That wasn't bad.
You know what? I mean, another reason why I don't like Drake, because he's always jacking somebody's style and running with it.
Okay, so whose style he jacking?
Number one,
okay,
Fonte from Little Brother, because Fonte's a singer and he could spit. Lo and behold, you know what I mean? Like, Drake looks up to these dudes and he starts doing the same shit. Hey, that's Exhibit A. Exhibit B. You know, like my man, you from Canada. How the fuck you sound like you from down south?
Well, I mean, you got to jack.
You know, like
He's jacking it, I guess, right? I mean, it is what it is, but people look at him and they right away. Like, whenever I look at him and I think about it, I think of that kid in the wheelchair from Degrassi. I don't see him outside of that. Whenever I see him, it's like, yo, that's that little punk dude from Degrassi, yo. Like, I can't take him seriously.
When I think about Drake and his music, I think of daffodils and every, you know what I'm saying, and like singing.
You stupid.
and like, you know what I mean, like him whispering to kittens and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't take dudes serious. You know, and another thing too, you know, he makes music that could turn sandpaper into moist towelettes, bro.
Oh my god.
You know, like
that's
like,
hitting.
like,
yeah.
Like, yo, you know what, man? Like, yo, it's like he's a teenage girl.
Right. Well, look, I'm gonna give him props for one verse on one track, and I didn't even really like the track itself, except for Kendrick's verse. The track he did with A$AP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, and then he also spit a verse on it. I think that verse. Oh, what's the name of that track, yo? Oh my god.
Fucking Problems.
Yes, and who else was on that track? Who did the hook? 2 Chainz did the hook.
Yeah.
The one verse he spit on that was okay. Other than that, man, I don't like him. And it's not that I'm hating either. It's just that he isn't the dude I thought he was gonna be when he first came out. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what, man? Like, the women love him. You wanna know why? Because he's a female of, you know, like, he's just a female minus the ovaries. You know, minus the fallopian tubes and all that shit. You know, women love him. You know, so
okay.
I mean, like,
but in music, that's what's important to a lot of cats. If you get the female vote, man, you're in. You know what I mean? I mean, it's hip hop's not what it used to be back in the day.
And
the golden era of hip hop is over.
And true, and the dudes that like him, they do it for 2 reasons. 1, because the females love him, and 2, they themselves suck dick.
You stupid. Oh man.
You know,
but peep game, yo, check. But a lot of the dudes that do listen to him, you're right, for that reason. The fact that the females like him, so when they're bumping his music, a majority of the people that turn around to look and see who's playing it are women. So I can understand that logic. You know what I mean?
Yo, the man makes simp music. All right, simp music. Like, yo, you know what? One of his bars is like going through the purse of a date that he's on. Like, what type of insecure shit is that?
Right. What track was that?
And I heard it today because of, you know, a female acquaintance was like, you know, like, Drake, listen to this song. You know, like, he's in his feelings. Like, she tried to, like, push it along. Like, he's in his feelings, but he's being very, you know, expressive about it. So I listened to this shit, right?
Right.
Like it's an old track. I'm like, yeah, I heard the song before. I just never paid attention to it. You know, the beat's aight, right? So I'm actually listening to the words. I'm like, what type of insecure shit is this? I was like, and you women love this shit?
Right.
But he has feelings. I'm like, yo, fuck his feelings. I was like, I got pride. That's some shit I won't ever do.
Right, exactly.
Like, yo, you know what? Drake is like the poster boy for softness. You know what I'm saying? He's softer than Charmin.
Right. That's soft, yo. The Charmin is soft.
Hell yeah, soft on my ass. I know. But you know what? I mean, the boy could rap. Well, his ghostwriters could rap. Because, like, 2 years ago, this rapper named Pusha T, right? Exposed the shit out of him.
Right, I know. I know that. I know that beef. I listen to the shit. Yeah, Pusha T laid it on him.
Yo, he put his business out there.
Yeah.
Now, that like I remember I seen YouTube like over the summer, right? And I was like, yo, I wonder if Drake ever responded because I ain't hear shit. I go on YouTube. My man spent 8 minutes explaining how he took a L.
How he took it? He didn't reply. He just how he just took it.
How he took a L.
Damn.
8 minutes explaining to somebody that's filming him on how he took a loss. Yo, that's like you know what it reminded me of?
What?
One of them kids back in the days when they got their ass whooped in the schoolyard. They go home explaining to their mother how they got their ass whooped and why.
Man, he should at least drop something and maybe saved himself some face at least instead of explaining it. You know what I'm saying? Explain why he got his ass cracked. I mean,
look,
all right.
you know
I got a question for you.
You see, here's the thing, right?
All right, go ahead, man.
Every genre of music, I don't think I said it right. I'm a little
tired.
No,
genre, but go ahead.
All right. See, they could have ghostwriters and whatever. It's expected of them, and it's okay. But
not in this hip hop game, man. You can't do that
this
shit.
Hip hop game, you can't have ghostwriters. You can't be stealing people's shit.
Right.
Drake's been accused of doing that a lot.
Right.
A lot. So, with that being said,
he might as well just be a motherfucking pop star because that's how they do in the pop game. You know what I mean? They have their writers, they have their technicians and shit that write for them and put their shit together, and he just might as well call himself a pop artist if he's gonna have, that kind of shit under his belt. I mean, what the fuck? I don't understand, man. I mean, how hard? I mean, look. Sometimes when it comes to hip hop, I can't understand what it is that makes people think that biting is an official way to live your life in the hip hop game. I mean, I can understand if your beats are sampled. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But if your lyrics aren't as official, then you shouldn't even be in the game. There's a difference between sampling beats and sampling lyrics. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. The hip hop nowadays, bro, is up. This drives me. It's drives crazy. I can't even listen to the motherfucker. I don't even listen to the motherfucking radio no more, man. I don't. I can't because I feel like I'm cheating if I listen to the radio, man.
Yo, you know what? After listening to that song, Marvin's Room, I mean, I know it's old, but like after actually hearing the words,
right?
I sped off in my car, right? I had to like rinse myself listening to MOP.
Right.
And
that's right.
That fool. You know what I mean? Like I had to listen to that.
No doubt. Right? I mean, I get it.
Just to get that authentic grittiness back in me. Because that shit just, I don't know, man. Like it made my speakers moist and shit.
Yeah.
Like listening to Drake makes me want to drink Cambodian breast milk.
Oh no, I don't know, man. I don't know. Drake is just I don't know. And he's always taking the L. His teams take L's. Everybody he roots for takes L's. His tracks take L's. I mean, his lyrics take L's. I mean, he's just a walking L, yo.
Like, but like, you know what? He sells though.
That's the thing. I mean, you
he,
can't. Like I said, I'm not. It's not that I'm hating. It's not that I'm hating. It's just that if you think about it, you can talk all the shit you want to talk on him, but he's making his money. He's pushing his game. You know what I mean?
Oh, no doubt,
Yeah. It's. I don't know. I mean, who else are you listening to besides Drake, fool?
Oh, I don't listen to Drake. I just heard one song. then that shit that's on the radio. Right?
Let me tell you something. I was listening to some ciphers, right? And the one that the BET musical have every year that they put out.
The who?
The ciphers, man. Like, you know, like they did one with Black Thought, Mos Def, and that's what I said,
right.
bro.
Yeah. I think it's a Cypress Hill. I was about to say,
No. I'm talking about the cipher. So the one I typed it in, right, and of course I'm listening to the one with Black Thought, Mos Def, and Eminem, right. So then I just out of curiosity, bro, I typed in the wackest cipher of all time, right? This one comes up, and I don't even, to be honest with you, I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna try and act like I know who was on the track. But the video, one of them was this cat, Designer, I think his name was. The other one was 21 Savage. And there was a couple other ones too. And let me tell you something. It was the worst thing, the worst track, the worst everything I've ever heard in my life. If I could pull it up and play it, I would, but I can't because, you know, we're live and I'm not going to take the time to look for it. The absolute worst cipher that I've ever encountered in my motherfucking life. The worst. Now, I've heard now that, did you hear there's another freestyle from the morning show with Sway that Inspector Deck and the RZA did back in the day?
Yeah.
Did you hear that one? That one was good. And another one with Sway with Black Thought and Method Man. That was great. That one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too. But I mean, hip hop just isn't where it is, you know. And I think when Nas said hip hop is dead, I mean, I kind of felt that shit when he said it. Like, I was like, hip hop ain't where it should be and where it was back especially in the '90s. Hip hop was the shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you couldn't do anything or listen to anything without listening to some hot ass hip hop beat with some dope ass lyrics. I just think hip hop as a genre was at its peak, at its prime in the '90s, because you had cats like Lords of the Underground, you had cats like Das Effects, you know what I'm saying? Cypress Hill, you know what I mean? You had, you know, all these groups and all these MCs that were just that, MCs, you know what I mean? They weren't out there pushing shit and mumbling their way through shit. It was authentic. You know what I'm saying? It was real. Look at fucking Onyx. Onyx is working on something right now. I think I don't even think you're in prison, so I can't. I tagged you in something. I don't even think you can see it, right?
Whoa. to be clear on things, I'm not in prison. I'm in FB prison, Facebook prison.
Oh yeah, yeah. My bad. Yeah, I know. You can't be in prison and be on the show right now, but you know what I mean. Facebook prison. I tagged you in this video. Is Onyx and Capadonna working on the track, and they were just sitting in the studio. You know what I'm saying, like writing this shit out, and the beat was playing. The beat sounded pretty hot, and I'm just eager to see how that shit turns out because. You know, Capadonna, he as a lyricist, you know what I'm saying? I think he's underrated. I think Capadonna's underrated. I think that you know, he should get a little more props than what he gets. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. You know, and I don't know how far you want to take my opinion, but that's how I feel. And he's working on something with Onyx, so I think it's gonna be dope. So, you know, it is what it is. So what you got on the theaters, man? Ain't nothing really popping off in the movie theaters. I mean, everything is, you know, still social distancing and all this other shit.
I want to see Antebellum.
Well, that's on demand. You can see that shit quick.
And on the Hinge. That Russell Crowe joint. Yeah. I mean, that movie Unhinged. That's the one the chick is driving against like road rage and some shit like that. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch a film like that because it's been done before. And Russell Crowe, he's a good actor, so I don't even know why he's even in this film. I mean, that's my opinion. I mean, I know you want to see it and shit. I don't want to talk you out of seeing it, but I mean, it's not my type of film. I mean, I'll watch it if you know I'm chilling and I'm like, oh, okay, look, Russell Crowe's in this film. You know, I'll watch it. I mean, but I wouldn't go out of my way to be like, oh my god, I gotta go see Unhinged. But Antebellum looks real good though.
Yeah, it sure does.
That film's something like I want to watch. Now look, I know you're gonna laugh. I don't know you're gonna laugh at me, but I don't give a fuck whether you laugh at me or not. To be honest with you, but you know what I want to see? I want to see motherfucking Mulan. And let me tell you why. Because there's nobody singing in it. It's a live action.
Oh no.
Nope, there's no singing in this movie. It's just strictly kung fu. Strictly like it's the cartoon live action version with no singing. It's strictly action, yo. And I don't even think the little dragon that Eddie Murphy played is in the fucking film either. I think it's a straight live action kung fu flick. There's no singing. There's no fucking. I don't even think there's flying talking dragons in this shit. From what I've seen, as far as trailers go and as far as reviews go, there's no singing. I can get with that. That I want to see. I have Disney Plus too, so I can just go ahead and watch it, but I just haven't had the chance to. But that's something I want to see. What about you? What about that other film? Matter of fact, hold up. Tennis is called? Tennis? Or Ten? Yeah, Tennis. The one, the time traveling film or some shit with Robert Pattinson and some other dude where they can control time and shit starts happening in reverse time, and I don't know. It's a weird film. They said it was really good.
You know what, man? You know what, yo? Like 2020 has really fucked a lot of things up. So like I haven't really
that's
been in touch with like whatever movie I want to see or not, because like the movie I really want to see is Kong versus Godzilla. Until then, everything, you know what I mean? Like they even pushing back Black Widow again. They push it back again. I don't know why they just don't drop it on Disney Plus like they're doing with the other films, but they're pushing that shit back again. And what's crazy is that the Eternals should be dropping near the end of the year,
supposed to drop near the end of the year, and that might not happen. This is it's just this fucking this Corona shit, man. Now they're talking about a second wave, and we're all gonna be fucked up. We're all gonna be fucked up. We're gonna be stuck in the crib dropping. You don't have shit else to do. You know, but it is what it is, man. I mean, yeah, throwing wrenches and shit and everything, just fucking everybody's shit up. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up.
I mean, like I said last time, man, Corona ain't fuck up my summer.
Oh well, we know your summer ain't fucked up because you were everywhere but home, and you know you survived. You're surviving. I ain't gonna say you survived because this shit ain't over yet. But God, I don't want to jinx you. I mean, let me shut the fuck up. I'm not trying to. Yeah, you know what I mean. I ain't trying to put the fucking hex on you or nothing. I'm just saying you just gotta be careful, man. You know, like.
Yo, but like I said, man, like, look, you know what? This past summer reminded me of summer of '98.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer of '98.
Where we were like crazily down the shore and all that shit.
Yeah. We were down the shore a lot. A lot.
Yeah, I was down the shore every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So for the listeners that's out of state, down the shore is a term in Jersey where you go down to the beach or like you're traveling south.
Right.
So that's what
exactly.
we call down the shore.
Right.
DTS. You know, DTS, down the shore.
Yeah.
You know.
Not DTF.
I mean, no, not DTF. DTS. S.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, not DTF, DTS.
And you always meet girls as DTF. Nah, I'm just playing. Well, I'm not.
Oh, man.
I'm not, but I am.
So, yo, I was thinking right quick, right, because I know this dude who's going through some shit, right? And this touches on the subject of mental illness because I know this dude who's going through it right now because this is what he told me, so I don't know, but he was seeing he has a therapist and he has a psychiatrist, right? Psychiatrist had to leave, you know, the office he was working for, so now the dude's stuck without any kind of medication and shit, you know what I mean? And he was like, yo, you know, what do I do? You know, who do I talk to? I said, well, tell your therapist that, yo, you need to have a motherfucking, you know, a provider that's going to give you the meds you need to maintain, you know? And he's been reaching out, but nobody's been hitting him up or nothing. And I kind of feel bad because, you know, this dude, like, he's a cool ass cat, you know what I mean? And I don't want to see him, you know, fall behind too far, you know what I mean? Because he really, when he's not medicated, he's really like, you know, he's really fucked up. Like, I mean, fucked up, like really, you know, on a level that, you know, he's reckless and says shit, does shit that he ain't supposed to be saying and doing. And, you know, and it just goes to show that a lot of people say that medication ain't the way to go. But what happens when you don't get the medication like this dude? Like, he's really gonna lose his shit. Like, you know, it's fucked up because the system, the mental health system, has it all screwed up. You know, because a lot of these hospitals and a lot of these clinics are losing funding because of all this that's going on, and you know they have to pull back on services. And there are people out there that need these services, and they're not getting the help they need because of the fact that, you know, that a lot of these places are losing funding. So if they lose funding, they can't, you know, they don't have the staff, you know what I'm saying, to help take care of all these people that need the help. That's what's fucked up because this dude, he's a cool dude. I don't want to see him fall back, but, you know, I mean, that's what happens, man. And then they wonder why. Then they wonder why shit, gets out of control. Like with society itself. I mean, there are tons of people out there that are suffering from mental illness, right? And if they don't get the help they need, what happens to them? Like they suffer, then they end up losing their minds and losing families and just losing themselves within themselves, and that's fucked up. You just can't leave a person hanging like that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be like, well, all right, I'm your psychiatrist or whatever, but I'm leaving my job because of this or because of that, and I'm not gonna be able to take care of you no more. So here's medication for like a month, and they'll get in touch with you and let you know who your next therapist or psychiatrist or whatever it's gonna be. Then you're stuck there. What the fuck?
Facts.
Now a month goes by. But hold up.
You know what, man? Like, people don't care, man. The system don't care.
I know this, and that's what's fucked up. Then they wonder why the suicide rate is so high in this country. And they just seem to think that there are a lot of people out there that think that medication isn't needed, that it's all in the head, and you should be able to be in control of yourself, or try some herbal shit or whatever, like Vicks on the forehead or under your nose, and it's gonna be okay. Or drink some tussin and rub some tussin on it, and it's gonna be okay. But that's not how it works, man. There are people out there that seriously need some kind of medication. They need something to help stabilize their moods. Because you have people out there that are schizophrenic, that are bipolar, that are manic, that suffer from PTSD, and they cannot function on a day-to-day basis. And that's what's fucked up. And then when they do something crazy, or they do something that's out of the ordinary for them, oh my God, how can you do this? How can he do this? Motherfucker, he's been trying to seek help for the longest and nobody's helped him. How come when people commit suicide, right? When people hurt themselves or do things to themselves, it's like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you hurting yourself? Why is it you want to kill yourself? What's your fucking problem? You know what my motherfucking problem is? My problem is you see that I have issues and know that I cannot at this point take care of myself, and you don't want to help me find the help I need to maintain my mentality, to help maintain my mental state. All it takes is one person, and then when they, like you said it one time during a show that we did a couple months back, that all it takes is one person. All it takes is one person to go out there, reach their hand out, and say, "I got you."
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
So
I mean, it just takes.
That's all it takes, bro.
And then like you said that one time, when they commit suicide or somebody passes away or something happens to somebody, why did this happen? It didn't have to happen. Why didn't he reach out to me? It didn't have to happen. So why did they have to go and do this? They didn't have to do this. We could have helped them. Yeah, where were you when they needed the help, when they were alive, or they weren't hurt, or they weren't fucked up? You know what I mean? It's crazy because not everyone has the strength to seek the help on their own, because there's a stigma around mental illness, mental health, the whole thing, and people are afraid of what they don't understand. So if they don't understand what you're going through, and they don't understand what you're feeling, they're gonna brush you off. I don't give a fuck who it is. It can be a relative, it can be a best friend. Be a mother or father, an aunt or uncle, grandmother, grandfather, whoever. If they don't understand you or what it is you're going through, they're not going to be able to help you. They're not going to want to help you because they don't understand. You know? And what really sucks about that is if you're there in the darkness and you're reaching out, there's no light at the end of that tunnel. There's no light at the top of them steps because there's no one there to help pull you out. They need someone to help pull them out, to help bring them to the light, and they don't have that. That's why this whole mental health system is fucked up. I mean, they can't reach everyone. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to pinpoint who has what issues and who needs help more than who. I mean, everyone with mental health needs help. And at some point or another, they need to get the help to help them maintain. And if they can't help themselves, someone has to help them get to that point where they can connect with a therapist or a psychiatrist or whatever the fuck, man. Because people think that mental health is not like mental illness is nothing. You're just going through a phase. It's a phase, bro. You'll be okay, man. 2 or 3 days, man. You'll forget that shit. Don't even worry about it. You're good. All right. So when you wake up one morning and hear that this motherfucker hung himself, or he threw himself in front of a train, or he drove his car into a fucking river or some shit, then you're gonna sit there and be like, what the fuck? Why didn't you come to me, man? Why didn't he come to me and talk to me and let me know how he was feeling? Motherfucker, he did. And you told him it was a phase. How can somebody expect someone else to reach out to them if that's the kind of attitude they're gonna be met with? Too many that don't want to take the time to read somebody's book. Right away they want to look at the cover like, oh, he crazy. Fuck that. I don't want to deal with it. And what happens? When something happens, they're like, why didn't you reach out? I don't know. I'm just talking. I don't know if I'm just talking shit or if I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. When you talk to me, what's up, man? Spit. You ain't got shit to say?
Everything that you said, you took the words out of my mouth.
Oh, I thought you were gone. I was like, well, no, motherfucker ain't saying shit. But no, all right. Well,
everything you said, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just hit it on the nail and shit. So yeah, I mean, you know, like my take on mental illness is like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm supposed to be on meds, but due to technical difficulties beyond my control, I ran out of them like 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fine right now. Right now.
Yep.
That's because
right.
I've been out. That's because I've been out in the sun all summer.
Now.
You know, vitamin D. Vitamin D. Hold on. Vitamin D is very important.
No doubt.
You know,
no doubt.
When the doctors be like, "Yeah, go outside, catch some sun," it's very important. Now.
Yeah, go out for that walk. You know what I'm saying, get some air.
I may not be okay. That I'm not going to be okay. I'll just take it from there. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, it'll be a day-by-day thing. Like, I have to learn how to deal with myself.
See, but that's the thing. I mean, do you know, and you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know you. You know what you can tolerate and what you can't tolerate. There are people out there that don't know themselves, man. There are people out there that are like, yo, what the fuck's going to happen to me today? What am I going to feel tomorrow? What am I feeling right now? Why can't I focus?
There's people out there that are scared to know how dark they can get.
No doubt, man. It's true. It's true.
You know, like, look, you know what? During this COVID shit, I'm gonna keep it real, keep it 100. During this COVID shit, I was without my meds because, you know, let's just say that, right?
All right.
So, and the reason why I couldn't get to my meds because I had no access to them anymore. No insurance,
Okay.
no access. So,
Right.
you know, like it was at the height of the COVID and at the COVID lockdown. And my mind took me to a very dark place. Like just didn't seem right. Like
Right.
everything was just dark and gloomy and all that shit. You know? Like
Yeah.
I've been there. And it was earlier this year.
See.
And then like and then like, you know, what like what took the focus off of like how dark my mind got, excuse me, was when George Floyd got killed.
Right.
Then like everything just like with me personally, I took that shit personal. Regardless of like, you know, if he was a criminal or not. You know, no man deserves to be suffocated for 9 minutes. Or 8 minutes and 46 seconds, but still. No man deserved that. So like my attention shifted from myself to what was going on. Then I got worried about my son because my son is at age now where cops will fuck with him.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So like I'm not saying all cops are bad, but some of them deserve to get killed. I'm gonna say what I said. I said what I said. You crooked, dirty ass cops out there, y'all deserve to get popped. You know?
So
I don't want to hear nothing about Blue Lives Matter. No, motherfucker, you chose your occupation. You knew the job before you took it. You know, like that's like me when I joined the army. When I signed the contract, I knew the job before I took it. Just like it is what it is. You know?
All right. Check it. I'm gonna ask you a question. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you're gonna answer me honestly because that's what you do. That's what we do here on the show. We talk honest shit. So, do you condone motherfuckers rolling up on cops and blasting them out of nowhere? Like just rolling up to a cop car and just blasting them like that? Like they did just recently? Like run up to a cop car and just start putting holes in that shit and the cop just sitting there minding his own business?
Yo, that's the nature of war, bro. Like, look, the way I look at it.
I really don't want to get into this conversation, but go ahead, man.
Nah, yo, you know what? The way I look at it is like this, right? Until you experience what it's like to be handcuffed for no reason, to be slapped up by a cop by no reason. You know, like even though I'm older, I still hold sentiments towards that.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, yo, you know what? Like I said, there's good cops, there's bad cops, but all we ever see is cops killing unarmed civilians. So I mean, like, people are tired of that shit, bro. You know, like when they started rioting and shit. I'm here looking at the TV like, hey, you're burning the wrong buildings. Want to burn the building? Burn the White House.
All right.
You know, like yo, you know what? We had a protest this town. Like days after George Floyd got killed and shit. I went, showed my support, and there was this one cop. I ain't gonna name his name. Okay, I'm gonna name his name. I think it's Chubby, right?
Oh, go ahead, man.
yo, this motherfucker had the audacity to take a knee when we all took a knee. Shit, I'm here looking at him. I was like, yo, you're part of the reason why we protesting. How dare you be hypocritical, yo?
But look? All right, I know this cat, but how do you know? I mean, we were kids, we were younger. You know what I mean? When we got into certain age. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. The reason why I respect the dude, the reason why, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate the dude, and I mean, you have your opinion on him, and this is mine. I know Cat, grew up in the same neighborhood as Cat, and the day that the day that I found my mom, he was with me. Like, he walked in the room with me, and he was like, yo, when I went to all right, let me speak on this real quick. For the y'all who don't know, my mom passed in 2013. She was nowhere to be found for a couple days, and we were worried about her. And for a couple days, we were calling her, trying to find where she was or whatnot. I didn't know. I assumed she was with her man down at AC, chilling, gambling and shit, whatever. So finally, my sister was like, yo, I think go to her house and find out what's going on. I mean, she was supposed to be at my niece's birthday party, didn't show up. No phone call, no nothing. So I go up to the crib, right? Knocking on the door. Nobody answered. So I called the super to the building, and I called, the HPD, and I was like, yo, send somebody over here. I need to do a wellness check. So he comes over. It's him. It's Tubby. I'm not gonna front. It was him. And super came up, opened the door. Chain was on the door. The only reason why the chain should be on the door is because somebody should be in the house. That's the only way the chain would be on the door if somebody was in the house. So I'm calling out, yo, mom, come on. And Tubby was like, yo, Jude, what's up? Come to the door, open up. It's a wellness check. So, and right, he was like, hold up. He was like, yo, hold up. So he goes in. I'm behind him, and he walks into the bathroom for a check. And I was like, yo, ma. I go into the bedroom, and she's on the bed, and I assumed she was asleep. So when I go to grab her and be like, yo, he was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, don't. And he was like, nah, man, she gone, bro. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, don't touch the body. I was like, and it was tough. It was tough because, and the reason why I respect it, because he actually teared, bro, for my mom, because him and my mom were friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all grew up in the same neighborhood. Before he was a cop, like, I knew this cat before he was a cop. I mean, he's much older than I am, but like, I know him, like, you know what I mean? And like I said, you have your opinion on him. I have my opinion on him. And I just think that I don't know if he was being hypocritical, but I don't think he'd go out there and beat the shit out of somebody for no reason. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no reason to beat anybody up. But I don't think he would have done some shit like that. Unless you've seen him beat the shit out of somebody, then that's a different story. But I appreciate dude. You know what I mean?
Yo, you know what, man? Let me give you what it was back then. Like, yo, remember the times when we all used to chill and shit and used to break off early because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you knew me and certain people about to do some dumb shit and you didn't want to be a part of it?
Yeah. Right.
All right. So there was one night at the pier where like, we wasn't, all right, when I say dumb shit, I'm talking about, like, smoking, having your 40, drink some Palo Viejo on the fucking pier and shit. So,
Right. I get it.
We drinking, you know what I mean? Chubby's, partner, they come around, like, walking. They're on foot. They're doing foot patrol. Right? We hear footsteps. I turn around, and, like, the blunt I had was like a roach. So I'm here smoking, like trying to get as much pulls as I can, and I just ate it. So like he runs up to me, he's like, "Open your mouth." I'm like, ah. I'm like, "What happened?" You know what I mean? Like, and then he starts with his bullshit.
Okay.
He had like you know what? I'm not naming no names, but we all got handcuffed, right? Like we were sitting down, you know, right there, Pierre, Pierre Park, where like they got like
Yeah, I know.
that you can sit on. All right.
Yep.
So my man kicked my shoes, right? And he starts talking hella shit. Wow, he's like, "Oh, you nothing but a punk. I'll fuck you up."
Oh
So
shit.
I got him out. You know what I mean? I was like, "Yeah, man, fuck you." I was like, "Take that badge off, son. Fuck out of here." So he picks me up. Now, mind you, I was skating back then. And my man was obviously, and most of these Hoboken cops was roided up. Like, you could tell. They was on, you know what I mean? Like, they was on, HGH. Like, it was, like, so my man picks me up, slams me, right? And he pushes my head into the grass, talking hella shit.
Right.
I'm handcuffed, bro. So like rubbing my face in the dirt and whatever.
Right.
See, I only responded to you because you know what I mean. Like you came out disrespecting me and I'm handcuffed already.
Right.
Yo. Ever since then, man, like I've been wanting to catch dude without the badge, yo. So, but you know what? He's never around. And I'm not in the streets no more, so I don't really care. But I just found it ironic that since when we all took a knee, he gets out taking a knee too, and I'm here looking at him I'm looking right at him. Like through the crowd, like I see him. I'm looking right at him and I'm like, yo, you're probably the reason why we're taking the knee.
Mm.
Like if it's if it was done to me, I wonder how many countless other people he did it to. Summer 98 shit.
Right. Well, I feel you. I feel you completely, man. Like I said, you have, you see your experiences with them, and I have mine. I mean, and for those who just want to know, who are probably saying or asking, wondering, this cop we're talking about is a black cop. So, because it's just like most people who probably listen are probably like, well, was he a white cop? Was he a black cop? He's a black cop. Because then yeah.
Now here's the thing, right? At my old job, I worked with a lot of, like I used to have a lot of coworkers that transitioned into being cops. Like they're cops for, they're cops for Jersey City, they're cops for Newark.
Right.
Like they cool. You know what I mean? Because I was talking to one of my boys that I used to work with. He's a cop now in Newark, right? And he was like, "Yeah, man." Like then he was like, "What's going on right now? The department is not letting us say anything about anything on social media. We say anything, we get fired." It makes me believe that most police departments at the time, even now, they censor the shit out of the police officers. Like, yo, you know what? If you watch that video for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, man, we all know that shit was wrong, bro.
I've watched the video. It was wrong. I'm not saying it wasn't. It was beyond wrong.
That shit was wrong. And what messed me up is being on social media, right? And seeing these right-wing nuts defend the cops' actions.
Okay.
You understand?
Look. Yeah, I know.
That
I know.
and they'll bring up his criminal past, but like I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? So he did this, that, and the third. Did he deserve to die though? You know?
Nobody deserves to die like that, unless
like
you're on death row and you
like
killed a bunch of people, raised a bunch of kids, and you're a pedophile and shit. Yeah, but
yeah, you know what I mean? Like another example was that dude Jacob Blake. He got shot in the back 7 times and shit. He's paralyzed. They call him a fucking pedophile or whatever, when in fact that, it's a pending charge. But, people yo, you know what? People have been showing the true colors ever since Trump became president. More so now.
all right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Look, my man, look, you know what? You can talk that racist shit, that's cool. But do know, the only reason why Trump says it is because he got Secret Service watching him. Most of you motherfuckers don't. You know?
Yeah.
Like, most of you guys don't have bodyguards or whatever. And I'm pretty sure that the most that, feel a certain way, if you will, with all this racism and whatever, like, feel comfortable with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure that their jaws are made out of glass. You know?
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know what? I ain't never seen a country so divided in my life. You have all these conspiracy theories about everything, bro. Everything's a conspiracy theory, man.
I don't have the beat, so we can't do it. I don't have the.
Right.
Yeah, I don't have the X-Files tone to do it right now. So I didn't. Well, I could. I could up. Nah, I can't do it right now.
No soup for you.
Yeah, no soup for you. That's for goddamn sure. So I was talking.
Now back.
All right, go ahead, man. I'm gonna let you.
Now back to the question. Do I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Do I condone cops being shot? Not really. But you know what though? I mean, cops. Most crooked cops hide behind that badge and do their dirt. You know. See, the difference is this, right? And I joked about it. I kind of feel bad joking about it. But I was on like a Fox 5 news site or something, right?
Yeah.
Where they were like, oh, prayers for the officers, all these thugs, this, that, and the third. I'm like, well, the shooter feared for his life. He might get a slap on the wrist. The shooter might get some desk duty. Suspended with pay. And that thread of all these angry folks talking all this shit, man, and I'm here talking shit back just because I know I can rile these people up. Someone's even threatening me. Right. I'm like, yeah, you're a tough guy, aren't you? But you know what? Here's the thing, right? When a law enforcement officer kills a civilian, 9 out of 10 times, again, death duty. Suspended with pay. The shooter, the officer felt, feared for his life. These are excuses. And it takes them months to find out what happened. And when they find it, and you know what? And the end result is that officer, if found guilty, will probably only do 5 years in jail.
Found guilty of what though?
If found guilty. If found guilty.
This cat that did that this cat is going. He's going to do life in prison, man.
Who?
The officer that killed Floyd. He's not ever coming out of prison. He's not going to survive. They can't allow him to. Anyway, look, man, I know I talk, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, because I really don't, look, I'll take any conversation the way it comes, man. You know, I'll take it any way it comes, but I really want to try and, you know, I don't know. I just don't. I'm not really into that, you know, political mumbo jumbo and all that shit. I just wanted to ask the question on whether or not you thought or condone people running up on cops and shooting them.
It's not a political thing; it's a moral thing. You know what I mean?
Right. No, I get it.
You know what? You know what? There's people who actually condone that shit. Me, I'll be honest with you, I'm split on it. You know,
right.
Because because you know what the thing is, we've seen so many killings by law enforcement officers, right? That is like nowadays that when there's an officer down, it's like I'm like, that's
right.
what should come from the roof. You know, like yo, you know what? Like, what you think was gonna happen? Like, come on now, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you know what? I remember on YouTube, I seen this one cop, right? Like, I seen a video of a cop having to put a suspect down. And, yo, right after he fired his gun, he started crying because he knew he killed him. And he cried on top of the hood of the car. And I felt bad for that cop because he didn't want to do it. I ain't trying to race bait or nothing, right? But 9 out of 10 times, right, when it's a person of color, they're getting gunned down. You know, and people could bring up statistics. Well, you know, white people get killed more than black people do. I'm like, yo, but you know what? Black people only 13% of the population. You know what I mean? Hispanics is like what, 25, 30. You know, we have it hard too. You know, but it's not, you know, like to, you know, like it's just the reason why shit is happening the way it's happening is because the minority is getting murdered at a higher rate by cops than the majority is. I think it's a little high.
There's a lot of high shit going on around here nowadays, bro. I mean,
not. I'm saying though, don't you think it's a little high? Like, you know, like
the rate of the killings, yeah.
Yeah, you know, like
yeah, of course.
And look, you know what? And people online, they always have to bring up black on black crime, right? I'm like, well, yeah, it's sensationalized because you know what? Most blacks live in urban neighborhoods. You know, like lives in all urban areas.
Right.
So on the news, that's all you're going to see. You know, like for instance, Chicago, city, Philly. You know, like these cities are almost like, you know, like the majority is the minority. It's all demographics, bro.
Right.
So
yeah, I understand.
So yeah, you know what? That was part of my summer protesting. It was beautiful though. It was peaceful. You know,
right.
I was with a couple people. And I was like, yo, you know what? The first rock get thrown, and I see who it is, I'm punching him right in the jaw. We don't do that shit around here.
Nope. Yeah. So
what else? So what else? Like, if we can actually recap the summer. Oh yeah, we had a tropical storm. Didn't do much.
Oh, you actually want? All right, I could tell you something right now. You know what I got in my hand? I got some Señor Rico, Caramel Flan. Cogiéndolo con take it easy, ya lo sabe. Señor Rico.
That's what's up, bro.
I got flan. You know what I mean? Gotta have that Señor Rico sponsorship. Señor Rico, hit me up. I'll shout you out every time we have an episode. Just keep sending me that rice pudding and flan, yo. Too bad you ain't got no Dr. Tito's with you, bro.
Yeah, man. You know what? I was like, yo, you know what? I want to do it, but I gotta be up like around 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I get it, yo.
I got things to do. You know, I don't want to wake up like all like rusty and shit.
Yeah, and that'll happen, yo. That shit will happen. So anyway, yeah. So let's spit on something else. I know, you know what I'm saying. I know that we have a lot of shit to talk about, but I want to talk about this shit I heard in the news. It's all over the news actually. New York City got a cop that's been spying for China.
Oh yeah, yo, I heard about that.
New York City cop is a spy for China. You believe that shit?
Yeah, I heard about that. He's accused of spying on Tibetans for China.
Right. Leave it to a motherfucking New York City cop. I don't believe that. That's just crazy, man.
That is crazy, bro.
In other news, did you hear? I don't know if you know her, but yeah, I'm not gonna name no names, but a friend of ours recently came to me and told me that she needed some help. So I said, what's up? What's wrong? So I said, what's wrong? She was telling me that she's in an abusive relationship with this dude that she's been with for just a couple of months. So I'm like, what kind of abuse? Not that any kind of abuse is, condoned, but like, what kind of abuse are we talking about? She's like, it just started recently getting physical, but it started off, just verbal and emotional. I was like, but wait a minute.
That's how it started.
Exactly. I said, wait a minute, but how long have you been with this dude? Oh, we've known each other for years, but we just started getting like really serious within the last, 9, 10 months, whatever. So I said, what happened? Like, why is he putting his hands on you? Not that, that's not right, but, how did it start? She said one day they were just sitting at the table, just bullshitting back and forth, just talking. And he was a little tipsy. And he said, why you acting like a bitch? And she said to him, bitch here, me or you? And he took offense to that shit, and he smacked the shit out of her, she said, right? So I said, what did you do? She goes, I got up, and I walked away because I wasn't going to put myself in a situation where things were going to escalate past that. I said, all right. And I said, what did you say to him? She said, I'm just going to, I'm not going to say nothing. You did what you did. You were drunk. I said, first of all, you're making excuses for him already. That's one thing. You don't make excuses for somebody who put their hands on you. That's one. She said, it started getting verbally abusive. I said, but what are you doing about it? She said, I'm afraid that if I leave him or if I call the cops or whatever, he's going to retaliate. I said, listen to me. Listen to me clearly. If this guy is verbally and physically abusing you, emotionally abusing you, he already violated you. He already did things to you and said things to you that are harming you. Like what is it what more do you think could happen to you if you went to seek help? He's already beating the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? He's already cursing you out and calling you all types of bitches and hoes and sluts and shit. Why not seek? Why aren't you really, getting help? I mean, I said, listen, I can't fly down to where you are and beat the shit out of dude. I can't do that. I can't fly down there.
Yo, who we talking about?
Well, I'll tell you off the air later.
You said fly.
Right.
Hold on a minute.
I'm holding on.
I'm trying to think, yo.
I'm gonna keep going. You keep thinking. I'm gonna keep going. I can't fly down there and beat the shit out of dude. You know what I'm saying? What you need to do is you need to call the cops. You need to get away from the situation and just to Jersey if you have to. You got family up here, man. You don't have to be down there dealing with this bullshit. You know? I mean, call a domestic violence hotline if you have to. They'll get you out of the situation. You know what I mean? And get you the help you need. That's gonna get you the help you need to survive. Because beating on females is not a good thing. Men who do that shit aren't men.
Unless you're beating on Drake.
Right, unless you're beating on Drake. You're right. You know, I mean, in all seriousness, though, I mean, don't get me wrong. Men get violated, too. There are women out there that are fucking savages, bro. That'll smack a man, and a man will refuse to hit a woman. Should never hit a female. That's one thing. There are women out there that push men by smacking them, cursing them, being abusive to them verbally, physically, everything. And then when a man retaliates, gets loses control and smacks a woman for being that way, he's wrong. I personally think I don't know what you think, but I personally think if a woman hits a man needs to walk away. You might think, and correct me if I'm wrong, if a woman hits a man like a man, she should be prepared to be hit like a man.
It's all fun. Yo, it ain't no fun when the rabbit has a gun, right?
You know?
Like, I don't
opinion
condone
is,
it.
right.
But, yo, you know what? I don't condone that shit at all because I have a daughter. You know, and whatever the case may be. You know, like, however, it's like, it's hard because, you know what, man, like, you know what? Hit me wherever. Just don't hit me in two spots. My face and my nuts. Because I don't know how I'm going to react. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yo, you know what, man? Like, I've seen, you know what? I've seen people record, like, women, like, straight up, like, beating on their men. And the man not doing nothing, walking away, and they still, you know what I mean, and they still looking for it.
How far is too far,
you know,
though?
like, yo, you know what? I've been in situations where, you know, and I had to call you.
I know.
To come get me before I choked the bitch. You know what I mean? I've been in situations where I felt like I was being pushed to the point where I was going to put the person through a wall. And I had to leave out the area. Like, you know, like, when it's toxic, when you're stuck in a toxic situation, man, like, it is what it is, man. Like, that's a sign for you to bounce.
See, but that's the thing.
Period.
That's the thing. Can you actually just bounce? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what? It's hard to just bounce because you get followed. Don't fucking follow me. I don't want to fucking talk to you. No, fuck you. I'm gonna fucking. You don't fucking tell me what the fuck, and you fuck that and all this other shit, and then you get smacked. And it's like, oh, shit, she just smacked the shit out of me. I'm going to walk away. You don't fucking walk away from me, motherfucker, when I'm talking to you, and you don't know what the fuck and this and that. Boom. Punches you. Oh, shit, she punched me in the face. I'm about to light this chick up. Nah, I'm just going to walk away. And then she's yelling, she's cursing, she's hollering, and that's when, you know what I'm saying, I get the call like, yo, come pick me up before I put this fucking chick through a fucking wall. And it's not funny, but yo, women are savages, B. Women are savages when it comes to shit like that. Some of them. I'm not saying all of them, because I don't want to condemn women. Because, you know, we love our women. You know what I mean? Women are lovable people too. And, you know, women out there deserve to be loved and cared for and caressed and hugged and loved and shit. But women out there are some women out there that are fucking savages, bro. And they will push those fucking buttons, kick you, they will punch you, they will scratch you, they will talk shit to you.
And the only reason why they do that shit is because they probably grew up seeing that type of. They probably grew up in that type of environment,
right?
Or they've been through it before, and that's the only way they know how to love. You know, like some people.
But is that
people
love?
Are raised on love. Some
right.
people are raised on survival.
Right. Exactly. But I don't think. See, I think love. Look, I think love and survival are one and the opposite of one another. Because when you're in a relationship to survive, there's no love. Okay? Because you're there. You're there for self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? You're there just to survive. Like on a day-to-day basis, you're just there. Like you're just a body in a spot. When you love someone, you grow. You know what I mean? When you love someone, you care about someone, and you're really into this relationship, you grow. You grow as a person. You grow as a couple. You grow as a team. But when it's all about self-preservation, you're just a lump on a fucking log, just sitting there, just living your day out, just living your life day by day by day. You know? And then when shit starts to go south, you know, you're stuck because there's nowhere for you to go, nothing for you to, you know, there's nothing you can do because so you cling on to what it is you have left and you're stuck. When you know how to love and have love for self, it might hurt, but you can move on. You know what I'm saying? Like you can take your love and whatever it is, you know, that keeps you motivated and keeps you going, you can move on. Now, everything I say is my opinion. You might not agree with me. You might not like what I have to say, but I'm just going to keep it real with you. When you're there and you're surviving, you're stuck. Because that's just what it is. But when you know how to love someone and love thyself, you can pick yourself up because you have love. And you can move on. Love someone else. Love yourself even more. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with your love. But you can live a better life that way. When you're living for self, it's not going to be that way. That's when all this shit starts happening to you. You know? And I don't condone smacking a female at all. That's not how you deal with shit.
Yeah, you're right. I don't smacking her, nah. Shaking her, yeah.
Shaking her?
You know, a quick quick little shake, like, yo,
a quick little jolt,
down.
like, poof, get the fuck away. Like, bam, get the fuck away.
Calm your ass down.
Away. Chill the fuck out. Yeah, I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
look. Tate quieto. Oh shit! But on the real, on the real though, now see the thing about relationships, my opinion, and always remember that at some point this might hurt. In some relationships, I feel that a woman wants a man who's strong, who's decisive, who's confident. You know, you don't have to be able to lift 300, 400 pounds. But mentally, you have to be able to lift more than that. You have to be aware of what it is you do and what it is you do and how you take care of your woman. You don't have to be rich. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. You don't have to be a rich man, but you have to be rich with love. You don't have to be, how do you say, you just have to be the man she wants you to be. But don't lose yourself. Be yourself. You understand? Don't go ahead and go out of your way to be someone you're not, because she won't appreciate that. Be who you are. Love thyself. And her love will follow. You know why? Because confidence breeds positivity, and positivity breeds love. So if you can be that positive man, that confident man she's looking for, you know what I'm saying, that decisive man, that strong man, like I said, you don't have to be able to lift 400 pounds. You have to be able to lift that. You have to be able to lift that mentally. She'll love you. She'll care for you. She'll be your ride or die no matter what. But you have to be the man. See, not all men are like that. Not all men can actually sit there and say, I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? Not all men can sit there and say, I love myself enough to love someone the way they need to be loved. I know that I'm confident enough to be the strong man you need me to be. You want me to be. I'm your ride or die. Like you said last episode, some men just don't know how to act. Some men are more about survival, getting what they can get from who they want when they want it. Having multiple women in their lives, not knowing how to love one woman, loving multiple women. You can't, look, first of all, let's get this shit straight. I don't think you can love more than one person. You can have love and feel love for someone, and you can be in love with someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got mad love for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that kind of shit. And then you can be in love with a woman. You know what I mean? Like, you can have your friends and close friends. You can have your circle. Be like, yo, I got love for my circle, bro. But then when it comes to being in love, sharing that love with one person, sharing yourself with one person, that's a completely different thing. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you sit there and you tell your woman or your man, damn, baby, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see myself not loving you. You know, I feel like you're my heart. My heart pounds for you. My heart pounds for us. We're a team. You know, we're together, and we're gonna live this life out together. And it's all about us and the fam. You know what I mean? And then you have your boys and your other friends that it's like, I got mad love for you, bro. I don't want to see shit happen to you, man. I'm not gonna sit there and say to you, yo, Don, Dubs are Don, yo, I love you, man. I can't see myself without you, bro. No. No, I'm gonna sit there and say, yo, you're my boy, you're my coach. We've been there from day one. You're my boy. I got mad love for you. That's it. You know what I mean? I got your back. You got mine. That's how we roll. That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? And it could be, you know, a relationship could be man on man, woman on woman, man on man, woman on woman, woman on man, man on woman, whatever the fuck it is. You know, whether it's a bisexual, sexual, gay relationship, whatever, whatever kind of relationship it is, when you love someone and you have love for self and love for someone, that's the ultimate love, I think. Because not only do you have love for yourself, you have enough love to share. Because that's what it is to me. When you love yourself, you're sharing your love for you with someone else. That's what makes it more strong. I think that's my opinion. I'm going to keep saying that shit because it's my opinion. But when you love yourself, you're giving some of that love for you to someone else to share with.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, and that's when shit works out better and why things turn out to be so strong. Because when people don't love themselves, how can you love somebody else? How can you sit there and say, damn, baby, I love you, when you can't look in the mirror and say, I love you? I think it's hard enough for a person to sit there and learn to love yourself, learn to love themselves, than it is to love someone else. Because you can easily tell somebody, yeah, I love you, baby, don't worry about it, I love you, I got you. It's harder to love yourself because you know you. Or do you? Most people do, most people don't. But when you know yourself, go ahead. My bad.
I know me. I know me. Fuck that.
Yeah, but there's some people out there that don't even know themselves. Like they go through life day to day wondering what it is they're thinking, what they're feeling when it comes to themselves. You have to know that to love. You need to know whether you're coming or going to love. I think people who suffer from mental illness in ways don't know themselves well enough to love themselves well enough to keep themselves from harming themselves. That's why I feel society needs to get it right. Because the more people out there that don't know what it is they're dealing with, the more people that are out there that are gonna not gonna be able to live their lives to their fullest potential. You need to be able to know. Yeah, I know. You need to be able to know and be able to feel you. You know what I mean? You have to be able to take care of you before you can handle somebody else. That's why mental illness, that's why I'm big in the mental health game, because I know what I go through on a day-to-day basis. I'm not going to front. I know what I go through on a day-to-day basis. I ain't going to lie. I know what it's like. And every day, I learn more about myself. Now, I'm a grown man. I got mad grays on my face, bro. That's called wisdom. That's not gray. That's not salt and pepper. That's wisdom. And I'm telling you, I learn more about myself every day. And the more I learn about myself, the more I love myself. Because I know me. I'm learning me. I have my kids. I have my grandkids. You know what I mean? They need me. They don't need me to be dead. They don't need me to be fucked up. They need me to be grandpa and dad. They need me to love me so I can be around to should and deserve to be loved. That's why you need to learn about yourself. That's why you need to love yourself, care about yourself. That's not being selfish. That's maintaining a good relationship with yourself. Knowing that society doesn't allow people to do that shit nowadays because everybody needs to be in control of the next person. Everybody needs to be in control of your movements and what it is, you do on a day-to-day basis. People want to be in control of that. No, be in control of you. Be in control of what you feel. Be in control of what you think. You understand what I mean? Be in control of you. Yeah. Be in control of your love. Be in control of your thoughts. Be you. Be your own person. That's why relationships nowadays really don't work with certain types of people. Because if you can't love you can't love who you're with. And that's like beating a dead horse, bro. Because that person that you're with is gonna be looking for your love. And if you can't love yourself, how can you sit there and say, baby, I love you? Baby, I care about you. All right, fine. You care about me and you love me. How do you feel about you? Oh, well, I don't like myself because I'm this, and that. Well, if you feel like you're this, and that, this is when you know your woman loves you. Because if you can down yourself in front of your woman, or a woman in front of her man, like down yourself and make you and talk in a negative way about you, if they lift you up, if they're in a position to lift you up and make you feel good about yourself, that's helping you learn to love yourself. That's showing you that they love you and they care about you because they're helping you build up what you have inside. Okay? It doesn't mean that you're less of a person, less of a man, less of a woman if someone is helping build you, because that person is building the positivity in you to help you love you. They don't want to see you. They don't want to see you suffer. They want to help build you up to a point where you can love them and love yourself more than what you're putting out. Am I talking shit or am I making sense?
Hey, making sense.
You sure? Because sometimes I sound like I'm talking and I don't know what I'm talking about. But I know what I'm talking about.
Nah, you know what good, I mean? Bro.
Like, if you have a man or a woman who really doesn't know whether they're coming or going with their lives, they come across someone. Just to say, for instance, a dude, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't know whether he's coming or going with his life. He doesn't know where he is, what he wants to do. He meets a woman, right? She comes into his life and she's planting seeds, man. She's planting flowers in his mind. And she wants this guy to succeed. So she's planting fucking sunflower seeds. I don't know what kind of fucking seeds. I don't know nothing about plants. But I'm just telling you that she's planting seeds in this guy's head. Seeds of life. Seeds of love. She knows that this man is down and out. But she knows within herself that she has the ability to bring this man to a better place within himself. So she plants those seeds, right? And she watches them grow as she watches him grow. She watches his love grow stronger for himself as she watches his love grow for her because of what it is she's given him and what it is she's putting in his mind to better himself. She's sacrificing for him. She's sacrificing not knowing what's going to happen with the relationship because she doesn't know how he's going to react and how he's going to, if he's going to even learn how to take what she's given him in a positive manner. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to say that if you find yourself a man or a woman who's willing to help you grow, to help you be a better you, that's where you want to be. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
If you love yourself and you find a woman that's gonna love you and help nurture your love, that's where you want to be. You know what I mean? That's the kind of love you want to have. That's the kind of love you want to be involved with. You know? That's, that's what I mean, yo. I mean, you gotta love. Yeah, I'm just, I don't know. That's how I feel, bro. That's what I'm thinking. That's just what I think relationship and love should be about. You know what I mean? That's what I think it should ultimately be. But that's how I feel about that. Love thyself and breathe positivity, learn how to be positive, and everything will follow, man. Fuck all the bullshit, bro. And that's all I gotta say about that, man. That's what I gotta say about that. You got anything you want to add?
Yo, fuck these bitches, son. Nah, I'm just playing. Just playing. Just playing.
So we good?
Nah, like, look, you know what? I mean, like, when you have someone in your corner through the bad and the good, the ups and downs or whatever,
right?
And they ain't switch their stance. That's what you look for. But you know what? Most men have that shit and still want to chase their dick. See, the problem is that most men let their dick dictate the situation.
Right. It's true.
And I'm not gonna lie. I used to be one of them.
Right.
Like I would let my dick dictate the situation because, you know what? I mean, it's like, all right. So imagine being, like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a numbers game.
Right.
That's what it was back then. Numbers game.
Right.
Like, how like LeBron James averaging 27 points a game.
Right.
I was trying to average 27 bitches a month.
That's playing Russian roulette.
Yeah, a numbers game.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I got wiser that I do not want to be alone in my 40s.
Right. I get it, man. I get it completely.
And at the same time, though, like, you need to find someone to settle down with. So it's just one of those things where like there comes a time where settling down is not even an option no more. It's a must.
Right.
Because you're gonna get tired of you're gonna get tired of waking up to a different woman every other night or every weekend. It gets tiring. Trust me. Speaking on experience.
Right.
That shit is tiring, yo.
Yeah.
So, what's gonna happen is this, right? My advice to you 20-year-old men, have fun. But once you hit your 30s, you're gonna have an idea of what and who you want, your type of woman that you want to settle down with. Because when you're having fun in your 20s, right, the women that's in the same age bracket already have an idea of what type of man they already want. But we're not too mature for that yet.
Right.
Hormones like kicking in or whatever. So, like, it is what it is, right?
Right.
When you hit your 30s, try to take every relationship seriously. But there's also a thing called karma, right?
Right.
Where all the foul shit that you ever done, it rears its ugly head.
Yeah.
And it tags you on all the foul shit that you ever done.
Yep.
So be prepared.
Yep.
Charge it to the game. The game is the game.
Yeah.
And when you reach your 40s, yo, there's only one person you want to be with all the time.
Yep. It's facts, yo. Say facts, man. So,
because you know what? Playing that type of game in your 40s is not a good look.
no, it's definitely not a good look. That's definite. Definitely not a good look.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's good to know that you still got it, but don't, you know what I mean? But like, don't attempt to play it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like trying to put a PS2 game into a PS5 game. It's not gonna play.
Right. And since they made that clear that it's not gonna play, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. That's like forcing your foot. That's like forcing your size 13 foot into a size 10 shoe.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna fit.
Yep. It's true, yo. So, I just want, the listeners to know that that's what I think. That, when you have love for self and you find yourself someone who's willing to help build you, if you're not in love with yourself, to help build you to a point where you love thyself and you're living a positive life, you gotta stick with it, man, because there aren't many women or many men out there that are willing to take the time, to help build you. I mean, if you're suffering from things and they understand that and they're still willing to work with you to help build you, to help build that confidence, to help build that love, you know what I'm saying, to help build you, that's where you need to be. You understand?
Facts.
I mean, society has it fucked up, man. That's why you need to find yourself, someone who's going to help build you if you feel like you don't have it. You know what I mean? If you feel like you ain't got it all up there and you're lost and, and you feel like you can't count on nobody, you ain't got a circle, you don't have anybody you could trust, and you find yourself a woman who's all about, being that ride or die, all about being the one to help build you up, man, you ride it, yo. You ride with it. You love, you learn. You live, you love, and you learn, bro. And you got to laugh in there somewhere. So don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be all right. The love is going to be there. Love is going to show up. Love is going to be love, man. You just got to be able to hold it down. Once that love is established, once those feelings and those thoughts and those urges and everything that has to do with being in a relationship and being in love, once that shit happens, yo, keep it. Don't do anything to jeopardize that shit.
Out.
You know what I mean? And with that being said, yo, I mean,
nervous about the fight? I'm scared to death.
Put the beat on so we can, do what we gotta do.
Man, yo. Hey, listen, this is the beat on. The dawn.
It's on, right?
Stop playing. Yeah, I hear it.
All right. I just wanted to make sure you were hearing it because I wasn't even sure it was on. But anyway, this is Big Corleone.
This is Dubs the Dawn, a.k.a. Savage with the Bill. Man, we signing off.
Yeah, this has been another episode of the This Might Hurt podcast. This has been another live episode of the This Might Hurt podcast. And we'll be back soon, hopefully about another week. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this on a week-to-week basis. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure we're here to push out content for you. You know, making sure we stay in your lives so we can keep spitting out this knowledge and help guide whoever needs to be guided or whatever, whatever it is, man. We're here to talk to you. We're here to share with you. We're here to spit with you. We're here to, for you to enjoy. So with that being said, always remember that at some point, this might hurt.
Might hurt.
That's right. We're out.